Today is a big day because the first walls are going up. Join us each week as we get closer to our goal of building our house from start to finish. In our last video, we got the lot ready for the basement and garage floors to be poured. We have a big week coming up. We are waterproofing, getting gas and electricity, and the first walls are going up.
I always have gas.
Faris, how heavy is this?
80 pounds.
80 pounds?
Yeah.
Why don't you have two?
So in our last episode, we talked about waterproofing the cinder blocks. Now we actually have to do the work.
I'm painting my nails in concrete. Anyone order a meat pie?
Missed a few spots there.
Okay. We got time to practice. You're gonna get stuck there, bro. In the comments, let me know if you guys like Faris's all black or you guys are feeling the lumberjack look.
All right, we'll finish that at another time because right now we need to move some trees for DTE. The energy company is coming in with some big trucks.
I like this view.
I didn't go very far.
These are the electrical boxes right here. So DTE has to dig a trench that goes from here all the way to our house. So we're just trying to clear some trees.
So the concrete is finally cured, and now is the next step in the process, bringing in the rough carpenters, and they're preparing for the next 6 weeks of work.
So we have our first pieces of wood laid, and they're laid on top of the cinder blocks, which have these tabs. So the tabs were poured with the cement, so they fold up and then they're nailed in here so the wood's nice and secure, and then that's where the rest of the wood pieces are laid on top of it.
As the rough carpenters are starting to prepare, that means we need to finalize our house plans. Sizes of doors, windows, locations. This also means we have to order all of these things from the manufacturers that we're getting them from. So a lot to do in a short period of time to make sure everything's correct for our carpenters so that all the measurements are right.
It's a lot harder to pick out interior doors, I would say, and windows, colors of windows. It's a lot of choices. Now the day is finally here.
I bought Lisa a puppy.
That's not funny. That's not nice.
We got a lot going on today. We were planning on doing a couple things, but DTE is here. That's the energy company, so electricity is coming in. They are excavating this right now behind me in the long line all the way going up to the street. We got the carpenters here, so they're framing the basement. So we got two different crews here. We were trying to get some work done ourselves, but I think we're gonna be in the way. Might have to move and do that later.
They're digging the trench so that they can bury the cables, and then it's gonna go all the way around. That's what this guy's digging over here. And then it will go to the house. Faris, walls are going up.
So this is the first wall being laid out, and then just gotta turn it up.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
We have a team of 4 carpenters. Steve is the boss, Roland is the expert in specialty wood pieces, Mike is the heavy lifter, and Andy is the one always climbing to the highest points with the sketchiest jobs. They started by building out the walls on the ground for the walkout portion of the basement.
The exterior wall is covered in house wrap. This helps waterproof the house and keep the water out. And then it's time to lift them up. Lift that. We got a lot of stuff going on today.
I'm like overwhelmed.
We got the air compressor over here. You can hear it. But the walls, I mean, now you can picture really like the basement, what the basement's gonna look like. It's pretty awesome.
Cool. Smiles are big today.
It's just like, so lots of stuff going on.
When we first met with my dad to draw our house, we were so excited seeing the plans all laid out on the paper, but now seeing the walls go up in real life just make it so much more real. Next up is the main floor. So remember a few weeks ago when we measured for the steel beams? You had a lot of fun doing that. Well, the steel beams have finally arrived. So after 2 full days of framing, we have a lot of work that's been done. Our basement walls are up, the beams are laid, and then the main floor is starting to be laid, which is just insane in 2 days that we're already seeing this much progress. And it is so cool, like I'm in my house. I'm in my basement. It just feels wild. It's moving so fast though. But
okay, enough B-roll, enough A-roll.
Faris is digging up there.
Hour.
Wait, I gotta tell them one more thing.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Man, what happened?
When the electricity guys were excavating, they probably did it as like a nice gesture, but we weren't finished with this portion of the wall waterproofing it yet, so he like took a lot of dirt and filled up the whole area. It's gonna take probably just a day or so for me to dig it all back up again.
Faris, you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay?
No, it's good. It's just been a long day.
So today we still have to finish waterproofing the outside of the garage wall, and the framers are here to put up the I-joists. I-joists are long pieces of wood that span across the entire floor. They're actually called an I-joist because they're in the shape of a capital I. And basically the framers lay them flat and then turn them over one by one and then screw them in. And this is what holds up the subfloor. So our framing crew is a group of 4 guys and 1 guy. He stands here at this table and he kind of cuts out the frames for like the door walls, the windows, all like specialty pieces, and then the other guys stand in the frames and put everything up. As far as the wood goes, Faris and I place the orders as the builders, and then our carpenters work with the local lumber yard here and they make draws, so they get the wood as it's needed.
So you can see here, they got the cutout for the stairs now. And then over on this side, they're putting the sheeting on top of the I-joists here. Basement's gonna start to be covered soon, really.
All right, back to work. It is now our 3rd attempt trying to mortar this wall. There are 2 different types of foundation, poured and cinder blocks. We mostly have poured, but we use cinder blocks for any walkout portion of the house, including this garage wall. The only downside to cinder blocks are that there are more seams allowing water to seep in, hence why we are waterproofing it. This is only phase 1. We still need to cover the wall in tar and lay a dimple wrap on top to make sure it is waterproof as possible. Hopefully the other phases run a little smoother. After our prior investments and this week's activities, we are $150,000 into this project. In our next video, we attempt to put in a culvert while the first floor walls go up and the house really starts to take shape. Make sure to subscribe to follow along on our journey.